Yeah, the part 2 of Genesis chapter 19, the chapter 2. And you remember we ended in verse 26, so we are starting from verse 27. The Bible says, and Abraham went early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord. Then he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the lands of the plain, and he saw, and behold, the smoke of the land which went up like the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrown, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot had dwelt. 30. Then Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in a mountain, and his 2 daughters were with him, for he was afraid to dwell in Zoar. And he and his 2 daughters dwelt in a cave. Now the firstborn said to the younger, our father is old. This is getting interesting now. I want you to pay attention here. Our father is old, and there is no man on the earth to come in to us, as is the custom of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him. Could you imagine that? Look at the type of ideology, look at the type of idea that is coming from the head of these young girls. Could you imagine that? Do you know why? Because Lot was a good man, but he had 2 stupid or corrupt daughters. And the reason why they were corrupt was because of where they were grown up, where they grew up. They grew up in a land filled with evil, Sodom and Gomorrah. That is why such thought came into her. She says, come, let us make our father to drink wine so that we will lay with him. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Just imagine. Let's continue. 33. So they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. It happened on the next day that the firstborn said to the younger, indeed, I lay with my father last night. Let us make him drink wine tonight also, and you go in and lie with him, that we may preserve the lineage of our father. That's madness, that's stupidity. Then they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he did not know when she